Alright, hello everybody, it is I, Granorite, and here we are back with our next playthrough on our Monotype challenges at Gen 3, which is Poison type, team of Tentacool, Ariados, Venonat, Nidoking, and Weezing. And as we do in this first episode, we're going to look at our Pokemon biologies and get our team up to level 7 to start things out. So we have Tentacool, who has Clear Body, that prevents ability reduction. And Tentacool is a slow leveling rate Pokemon. Tentacool is a small Nidoran Pokemon. It has a light blue clear body and two large transparent red crystals on each side of its body and a small one in the middle. Near the base of its body is a pointed beak-like projection and two eyes with small pupils. There are two grayish tentacles extending from beneath its round lower body, which has a cape-like formation on the back. Tentacool's entire body is made of 99% water, and the remaining 1% contains the organ that produces its poison. It absorbs sunlight and refracts it using the water inside its body to convert it into beam energy. Its tentacles are laced with stinging cells, and as seen in the anime, it can control Pokemon it touches with its tentacles. The tentacles break off occasionally, but they can regenerate. The poison from its tentacles is so potent that someone would need to immediately rushed to the hospital. Tentacool is not a very strong swimmer, traveling throughout the world using ocean currents. Tentacool searches for food while drifting on the surface of shallow seas. Tentacool can blend in water, making it very difficult to spot. It will sometimes wash ashore and shrivel up due to dehydration. Though it remains equally as dangerous, Tentacool may be revived if thrown back into the sea. Tentacool is mistakenly believed to be a species relative of Toadstool. In actuality, the Pokemon are biologically unrelated. Evolves at level 30. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information, Ruby says Tentacool's body is largely composed of water. If it is removed from the sea, it dries up like parchment. If this Pokemon happens to become dehydrated, put it back into the sea. Sapphire says Tentacool absorbs sunlight and refracts it using the water inside its body to convert it into beam energy. This Pokemon will shoot beams out from its crystal-like eyes. Emerald says its body is almost entirely composed of water. It ensnares its foes with two long tentacles and then stabs them with the poison stingers at their tips. Fire Red says its eyes are transparent as crystals. From them it shoots mysterious beams of light. And Leaf Green said drift in shallow seas. Anglers who hook them by accident are often punished by their stingers. And that is our information on Tentacool, and who we are looking for Lotads and Ralts to level it up. So we'll do that quickly and get it to level 7 here. We just know Poison Sting starting out, but that is okay for our Lotads leveling. And all those moves like Growl and different things, those don't work on Tentacool. Oh, we just learned Supersonic. Very nice. Keep running away. Lotads. Ralts are pretty rare, but if we run into one of those, we'd be happy too. A couple Seedots, though. Those are even rarer. And there's level 7 for Tentacool. Alright. Who we got next? Looks like Koffing. So Koffing knows, of course, Levitate, so it cannot be hit by ground attacks, which actually negates one of its weaknesses. So Koffing is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Evolves at level 35. Koffing is a spherical Pokemon filled with toxic gases. It has vacant eyes and a wide mouth that usually has 2 pointed teeth in the upper jaw. However, a full set of teeth has been seen in the anime. Below its face is a cream-colored skull and crossbones marking. Several geyser-like protrusions, which usually release a mustard-colored gas, cover this Pokemon's body. Koffing's purple skin is very thin, and overinflation can cause it to explode. Pocket Monster's Cardist trading cards depicts Koffing as having a hollow body. Koffing creates gases within its body by mixing toxins with garbage and produces more gas in higher temperatures. These gases are malodorous and cause sniffles, coughs, and teary eyes to those around them. The gases are also lighter than air, allowing Koffing to hover. When agitated, it creates a more toxic gas and expels it through the holes in its body. As shown in the anime, Koffing's gas can be ignited by fire or electricity. It feeds on the fumes of raw rotting fish or rotting trash found in gas dumps and polluted air. Koffing at one point was plentiful in Galar due to factories. Koffing is most often found in urban areas. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Koffing. Ruby says, if Koffing becomes agitated, it raises the toxicity of its internal gases and then jets them out all over its body. This Pokemon may overinflate its round body, then explode. Sapphire says, Koffing embodies toxic substances. It mixes the toxins with raw garbage to set off a chemical reaction that results in a terribly powerful poison gas. And the higher the temperature, the more gas is concocted by this Pokemon. Emerald says getting up close to a Koffing will give you a chance to observe through its thin skin the toxic gases swirling inside. It blows up at the slightest stimulation. Fire Red says its thin balloon-like body is inflated by horribly toxic gases. It reeks when it is nearby. And Leaf Green says because it stores several kinds of toxic gases in its body, it is prone to exploding without warning. And we currently just know tackle and poison gas. Now for Koffing, we're looking for physical attack and defense. So we're looking for Poochyenas and Seedots. Whoop. And Koffing does not have a whole lot of survivability at the moment. We might just go with tackles and stop using poison gas. Allows us to get a couple more fights in before we have to go back and heal, if we just stick with tackle. And Koffing is naturally pretty physically defensive, so that's why we're going to try to feed into that. One more. There we go. Alright, next we have the male Nidoran, who has Poison Point for its ability. Medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. The male Nidoran is a small quadrupedal mammalian Pokemon. It is pinkish purple with darker patches. It has large spiny ears with teal insides, oversized front teeth, and red eyes. Its back is covered with 3 large spines that can release potent poisons if threatened. The center line of spines is taller than the other 2. The size of the long pointed horn on its forehead is indicative of the strength of its venom. The male Nidoran is a male-only species, of course. Nidoran constantly listens for sounds of approaching enemies with its large ears. Said ears have unique muscles that allow them to be moved in any direction, and even the slightest sound does not escape Nidoran's notice. In order to listen to distant locations, it flaps its ears like wings. When angry, it extends its toxic spikes and charges, stabbing with its horn to inject poison. Nidoran is brave and will risk its life to protect female Nidoran. Nidoran lives in open spaces such as savannas and plains. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say the male Nidoran has developed muscles for moving its ears. Thanks to them, its ears can be moved in any direction. Even the slightest sound does not escape this Pokemon's notice. Fire Red says its large ears are flapped like wings. When it listens to distant sounds, it extends toxic barbs when angered. Now Leaf Green says it stiffens its ears to sense danger. The larger its horn, the more powerful its secreted venom. And it currently knows Peck and Leer, and we are going to be looking for Poochyenas and Zigzagoons for Nidoran. Poison Point is pretty nice. We had that before when we used female Nidoran on the ground playthrough. And there's level 7. Alright, Venonat is next, and it currently has Compound Eyes, which raises its accuracy. It is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Venonat is an insect Pokemon with a spherical body covered in purple fur. Its fur releases a toxic liquid that spreads when it is shaken violently off their bodies. A pink pincer-like mouth with 2 teeth, stubby forepaws, and a pair of 2-toed feet are visible through its fur. Its limbs are light tan. There is also a pair of white antennae sprouting from the top of its head. However, the most prominent feature on its face are its large red compound eyes. Venonat's highly developed eyes act as radar units and can shoot powerful beams. Venonat can be found in dense temperate forests where it will sleep in a hole in the tree until nightfall. It sleeps throughout the day because the small insects it feeds on only appear at night. Both Venonat and its prey are attracted to bright lights. It evolves at level 31. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information, Ruby and Sapphire say Venonat is said to have evolved with a coat of thin, stiff hair that covers its entire body for protection. It possesses large eyes that never fail to spot even minuscule prey. Emerald says its coat of thin, stiff hair that covers its entire body is said to evolve for protection. Its large eyes never fail to spot even minuscule prey. Same thing. Fire Red says its eyes act as radar, enabling it to be active in darkness. The eyes can also shoot powerful beams. And Leaf Green says lives in the shadows of tall trees where it eats bugs. It is attracted by light at night. And it currently knows Tackled, Sable, and Foresight. And we are looking for Wurmples and Zigzagoons for Venonat. Zigzagoons, not Poochyenas. Alright, let's go back and heal. lots of Wurmples. And we're not getting a lot of Zigzagoons, interestingly enough. We had several attacking us earlier, and they're supposed to be pretty prolific here, but not the case. Alright, and last but not least, we have Spinarak. Spinarak's ability is Insomnia, so it cannot fall asleep. It is a fast leveling rate Pokemon. Evolves at level 22. Spinarak is a green arachnid Pokemon that resembles a spider. Its black eyes have it has black eyes with white pupils and a white horn on its forehead and a pair of red mandibles. On the back of its abdomen are two black dots and a line that resembles a face. The face on its back can change expression as seen in the anime and 3D video games. There is an additional line encircling the end of its abdomen. It has 3 pairs of yellow legs, each with a black band around the middle. Spinarak is a nocturnal Pokemon that lives in temperate and tropical forests. It spins webs that are strong enough to withstand having stones set on them and act as nets for fishermen. A patient hunter can wait for days for prey to become ensnared in its web. It senses what kind of prey has been caught by the vibrations in its web, and its preferred prey is Cutiefly. Once its prey is captured, a motionless Spinarak will wait until darkness falls. Its poison is not very strong, but it is potent enough to weaken caught prey. As seen in the anime, silk produced by a Spinarak can be used for facial treatments as well as patching up skin wounds. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Spinarak. Ruby and Sapphire say the... Emerald. The web spun by Spinarak can be considered its second nervous system. It is said this Pokemon can determine what kind of prey is touching its web just by the tiny vibrations it feels through the web strands. Fire Red says it spins a web using fine but durable thread. It then waits patiently for prey to be trapped, and Leaf Green says it lies still in the same pose for days in its web, waiting for unsuspecting prey to wander close. And that is our information on Spinarak, and we're looking for Seedots and Wurmples for Spinarak. Ah, well there's a Seedot, interestingly enough. Where did all the Wurmples go? Oh my gosh, let me go. Bully Poochyena. Heal up again. There's another Wurmple. Needed like one more. Oh my gosh. There we go. Hooray! Alright, so for this first fight, let's do Koffing. Youngster Calvin. Let's just go for tackles. Maybe. Let's poison gas then. Ah! Let's take some damage. There we go. Howl. Alright, we'll do Venonat on this next fight. Kid with a couple Wurmples. So at least our slow leveling Pokemon is a good Pokemon, because it is Tentacool. And Tentacool is pretty stacked. And we don't have a whole lot of overlap on moves, which is good. We have a lot of variety on types. Alright. Swap out Nidoran for this next fight. And we can't get poisoned, because we are all poison types, so we don't have to worry about that. Youngster Allen. Alright. We'll see if we can take out this Talo with Nidoran. We did have a couple attack drops, but we'll just lower its defense one stage and then go at it. Oh, it's gonna just negate that. Alright, Talo's down. And Nidoran goes up a level. So we'll get our first evolution for Nidoran into Nidorino at 16. I didn't mention that, whatever. I was explaining the Pokemon, but that'll happen after Roxanne. Get some Oran berries. We'll get some Pecha berries, even though we can't use them. We can always sell them. Keep going, Venonat. We're going to swap over to Spinarak for the Shroomish. Lastiana. Ooh, good deal. Alright, grab this potion. So of course we have a little bit of, what, cutscenes here, per se. We'll heal up and then we'll get through the cutscene with our dad and Wally. Alright, then Scott comes and talks to us. Okay. Just keep Venonat up front. Ah, this is the kid with the Zigzagoon and the C-Dot. Good deal. All right. C-Dot. Let's go to Koffing. Koffing for the Venonat? Yeah. Are we faster than it? No. But I think all it knows is Bide. There, it just used it too. So we're gonna poison gas it. Alright, now we're gonna work on taking it down. There's another Bide, so we'll hold off on tackling it here a bit. I know it's already poisoned. We're just skipping a turn. I think we speed tie it, so that was a good choice. Otherwise, we would have just popped more damage into that Bide. Alright, now we should be able to take it down. Good level up. We'll use Tentacool for these couple speed fights here, just because speed's not going to hurt Tentacool at all. This will be an exciting fight. I mean, it'll go faster if we poison it, but we'll see. And of course, our goal this episode is just to get to Rustboro. Good deal. Alright, there was a heart scale around here. We're gonna need a couple of these, I think. Oranberry, Pechaberry. Let's give an Oranberry to Tentacool for this next fight. Again, ideally we poison it quickly, and that'll help us get through it. And it's gonna hurt us pretty good with those tackles right now. Good critical hit though. No poison. Cannot hurt us with growls and tail whips, so anytime it uses those, it's just wasting a turn, which is good for us. And she does have a healing item, we remember that. There's our berry. If we poison it here, she won't use the healing item. Okay, well, we still no poison. It'll have like a 30% chance or 20% chance to poison. There we go! See if we can confuse it next. Excellent. First try. And it even hurt itself on the first turn. Wow! Look at us go. is having a very bad time. Alright, we're going to go into the forest and take on all these Wurmples, and then we'll go back and heal. All the Wurmples. So, strap in, everybody. And Koffing's already got 23 defense. That's pretty ridiculous. I mean, it's good. It's just ridiculous. So, evolution-wise, what? We get Nidorino before we fight the second gem. We get Ariados before we fight the third gem. We'll get Nidoking before we fight the fourth gem. And then we'll get Venonat and Tentacool before we fight the fifth gem. And then Koffing will go to Wheezy sometime after... around or after Winona. Good deal. Just let Spinarak keep going on these. Probably actually can go up and do one more fight before we go back and heal. Take on this Team Aqua Grunt with the Poochyena. Alright, we're just going to go in for straight Pex because it'll potentially poison itself on our poison point. And we don't have a poison attack anyways. There we go. That'll give us an edge. You said attack was too late. The poison has already taken effect. But we did miss that attack. It's annoying. Oh, come on. At least it just sand attacked us from there on out, so it goes down to the poison. Wow. Straight up to the next level. Alright, now we'll go back and heal. Excuse me. Alright. Now let's swap up Koffing. Don't worry, we'll get Tentacool up eventually. It's just not the right time right now. Alright, we go up and fight the guy with the Ninkatas next. Let's see if we can get a poison on him pretty quick. Yeah, good deal. Tentacool. Taking a few scratches. There we go. We'll just keep coughing out. Missed. There we go. So we're going to keep using it until we get the poison on it. Especially if it's going to be hardening. Good deal. Alright, even though Nidoran is up a little higher, we're going to swap it up for this next fight. Alright, he gives us Bullet Seed, and we get some Cherry Berries and some Oran Berries. We get a Lost Berry. And this person will give us the Whale Repale. Now, we can't even plant berries because of the battery thing with, like, timer. With time events. Alright, Zigzagoon. Another guy with another full heal. Or full restore, I mean, because he's rich. We're going to start off with a Focus Energy. See if we get some crits. And there's the poison from the poison point. Excellent. But that full restore will take care of that if he heals. Good critical hit, Nidoran. Doesn't even get a chance to heal. Alright, now we're going to swap up Tentacool. Take down this Lotad, lickety-split. Good deal. Then I will swap for Shroomish over to Spinarak. Good poison. We'll be seeing a lot of those, and it's going to be really nice. Alright, first double battle. So let's take out the Lotad first. Alright, it's already using Bide. So we'll let it get past this Bide before we start hitting it. I'll make sure it goes really slow. Alright, next turn we start to destroy it. Good critical hit. Alright. Let's just keep Tentacool up. We'll get 2 more points in the speed taking on this guy. And then we'll swap to Venonat. It's our last fight of this first episode. And of course, just 3 Magikarps. Woo! Good deal. There we go. That'll help speed this up a bit. Bam. And then we'll swap over to Venonat for this last one. Alright. Couple more berries here. Gives us a free chest of berry. We can hop up in here and get this X item. Just because. Then we'll get cut. Which we will teach. Nobody can learn Bullet Seed, can they? Nah. I'd be surprised if someone could. And then we'll hop in here and get the Quick Claw and talk to Scott. Alright, well this is where we'll end our episode for today. I will get the team up to level 15 off screen, and we'll be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. Until then, we'll see you next time.